Hello. Okay. There we go. Now go get your books. Layla. Hi, honey. Go get your books. And come and sit with me. And today we're going to read Sleeping Beauty, so find this one. And get out a blanket. I'll wait right here for you. Okay. And come and sit down so you can listen. We're going to do Sleeping Beauty today. Want to? Are you getting ready for bed? Or are you going to sleep? Are you taking a nap? Or you just feel like having a story? You got Sleeping Beauty? She's got my favorite dress. It's pink. That's my favorite color. You ready? Ooh, here we go. Ooh, look at here. Look at the castle with all the flags. Long ago, in a faraway land, King Stephan's fair queen gave birth to a daughter, and they named her Aurora. To honor the baby princess, the king held a great feast. Nobles and peasants, knights and their ladies, and everyone flocked joyfully to the castle. So they're having a big celebration and a big dinner, and all these people are coming into the castle because they got a new baby. Oh, there's the king. King Stephan welcomed his good friend King Hubert for the feast. King Hubert had brought his young son Philip with him. Oh, that must be him. The kings agreed that someday Philip and Aurora would be married. Among the guests were 3 good fairies, Flora, Fauna, and Merryweather. Each wished to bless the baby with a gift. And waving their wand, Flora chanted, "My gift shall be the gift of beauty." "And mine," said Fauna, "shall be the gift of song." The baby's laying in there, see? Isn't this cute? Merryweather was next. But before she could speak, the castle doors flew open, and lightning flashed and thunder rumbled. And a tiny flame appeared and grew quickly into the form of the evil fairy Maleficent. Her pet raven was perched on her shoulder. Right there, see? Maleficent was furious, for she had not been invited to the feast. "I, too, shall bestow a gift on the child," she said with a sneer. "She shall indeed grow in grace and beauty, but before the sun sets on her 16th birthday, she shall prick her finger on the spindle of a spinning wheel and die." With a cruel laugh, Maleficent vanished, and everyone in the room was grief-stricken. Ha 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 ha. That's a spinning wheel, see? She's gonna pick her finger on there. Oh, that's Merryweather. And she's a good fairy, see? She's got a worried look on her face, doesn't she? But Merryweather still had a gift to give. And she tried to undo Maleficent's curse. So she said to the baby, "If through this wicked witch's trick a spindle should your finger prick, not in death but just in sleep, the fateful prophecy you will keep. And from the slumber you shall wake, when true love's kiss the spell shall break. And she waved her magic wand, see all the magic? And she tried to fix the spell that wicked witch put on her, see? So the King Stefan ordered every spinning wheel in the land to be burned. But he still feared the evil fairies' curse. So the good fairies hatched a plan. They would take Aurora to live with them deep in the woods, safe from Maleficent. So there's the mom and dad, the king and queen, and the moon. So it was nighttime, see? And there's the three little fairies, and they got the baby, see? So the king and queen agreed. They watched with heavy hearts as the fairies hurried from the castle, carrying the baby princess. So there they are, taking her down the trail and out into the woods to live with them in the woods. See? And they're sad. To guard their secret, the fairies disguised themselves as peasant women and changed Aurora's name to Briar Rose. The years passed quickly, and Briar Rose grew into a beautiful young woman. Look, isn't she cute? At last, the princess reached her 16th birthday, and planning a surprise, the fairies set out to pick berries. Fauna baked a cake for her, while Flora and Merryweather sewed her a new gown. Look at it, looks a mess. They're arguing, look at her mean face. And she doesn't know what to do, she looks all upset. And she's over here happy as a clam, baking cake. She's got a mess, look, she spilled eggs on the table. And here's Briar Rose. Here she is. And the owl and the birdies. And there's a little rabbit. In the mossy glen, Briar Rose danced and sang with her friends, the birds and the animals. She told them of her beautiful dream about meeting a tall, handsome stranger and falling in love. She's pretty. A handsome young man came riding by. When he heard Briar Rose singing, he jumped from his horse and hid in the bushes to watch her. Then he reached out to take her hand, and Briar Rose was startled. "I didn't mean to frighten you," the man said, "but I feel like we've met before." Briar Rose was very happy. She and her admirer gazed into each other's eyes. The young man didn't know she was a Princess Aurora, and she didn't know he was Prince Philip, to whom she had been promised in marriage many years before. Boy, is it windy outside. I know, it's windy, huh, buddy? Things are blowing around outside. Okay, so back at the cottage, the fairies gave Briar Rose her birthday surprise. Then Briar Rose told them she had fallen in love. "Impossible," they cried, and they told her the truth at last, that she was a princess betrothed to another prince. And now it was time for her to return home. So poor Aurora was led away, longing for her handsome stranger. See, she missed her prince already, huh? Maleficent's raven perched on the chimney of the cottage and heard everything. It flew off to warn Maleficent that the princess was finally returning. Maleficent sped to the castle. There, using her evil powers, she lured Aurora to the high tower, and in a tiny room, a spinning wheel suddenly appeared. "Touch the spindle," hissed Maleficent. "Touch it, I say." See, she's in a trance. See her eyes? She's in a trance. She's going to go touch the spindle. Watch. Look, she's laying on the floor. The three good fairies rushed to her rescue, but they were too late. Aurora had touched the sharp spindle and instantly fallen into a deep sleep. Maleficent's cruel curse had come true. With a harsh laugh, the evil fairy vanished. Ha 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 ha! The fairies wept. "Poor King Stefan and the Queen," said Fauna. "They'll be heartbroken when they find out," said Merryweather. "They're not going to," said Flora. "We'll put them all to sleep until the princess awakens." So the three fairies flew back and forth, casting dreamlike spells over everyone in the castle. Look, they're all sleeping. Everybody's sleeping. Meanwhile, Maleficent had captured Philip and chained him up in her dungeon. But the good fairies had other plans for him. Using their magic, they broke the chains, and they armed the prince with the shield of virtue and the sword of truth. They sent him racing to the castle to awaken the princess. When the evil fairy saw Philip escaping, she hurled heavy boulders at him, but the brave prince rode on. When Philip reached Aurora's castle, Maleficent cast a spell to cause a forest of thorns to grow all around it. So Philip hacked the thorns aside with his powerful sword. See, she's up there. See, she's the mean one up there, see? He's cutting through all the bushes, see? He's trying to get to the princess. Ooh, look. In a rage, the evil fairy soared to the top of the highest tower. Then she changed into a monstrous dragon. "Now you shall deal with me, O prince," she shrieked. Maleficent breathed a huge wave of flames, and Philip ducked behind his strong shield. Thunder cracked and flames roared around him. The prince fought bravely. Guided by the good fairies, he flung his sword straight in as an arrow, and it buried itself deep into the dragon's evil heart. And the beast fell to its death, and Maleficent was no more. Philip raced to the tower where Sleeping Beauty lay, gently kissed her, and Aurora's eyes slowly opened. Now everyone was awake, and the king and queen were overjoyed to see their daughter again, and wedding plans were soon made. The good fairies were blissful too. It had all ended the way it should, happily ever after. And she get to marry her prince. That was a good story. We gonna do another story? All right, go to the videos and go pick another story. Good night.